here's a raw truth of making $10,000 a month in 2025, coming from somebody that made their first $10,000 a month at 20 years old without even really trying. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen all these different business models like trading, SMMA, drop shipping, which all these business models do work, but there is something that a lot of these people aren't telling you. All these business models, they require a huge upfront investment, and it requires a lot of skill that as a beginner, you just yet don't have. Which is why if you implement these 3 key pillars that I'm about to show you guys in this video, you'll be well on your way to your first $10,000 a month. Now, the first key pillar is mastering the fundamentals. At the end of the day, if you look at Messi didn't become the best soccer player by doing all these fancy tricks, doing bicycle kicks, and doing all these crazy shenanigans. No, he became the best soccer player by literally mastering the fundamentals, mastering the touch, mastering the pass, mastering his shot, and mastering the soccer acumen, understanding the game. So at the end of the day, as a person that wants to make a lot of money in business or in skills, you need to understand the fundamentals. You need to get really good at the fundamentals. Now, if you observe all these highly successful entrepreneurs, they didn't get rich by doing AI, crypto, all these other different things. No, they got really good at the very core fundamental. They got really good at a skill set, and that skill set is sales. They all became really good at sales. For example, if you look at Mark Cuban said if he were to lose all of his billions of dollars, all of the billions of dollars, and he was left over with $500 and a cell phone, he would go ahead and just get a sales job and get really freaking good at sales. Donald Trump, no matter your political affiliation, he started in sales. He's a master deal maker. He's a really good negotiator and a really good closer. So at the end of the day, all these guys that are highly, highly successful billionaires, they all started in sales. So at the end of the day, sales is the #1 skill set that anybody that's actually serious about making money, you need to get really good at. Because no matter if you're starting a business or you're working at a sales job, you're going to have to get good because that's what's going to help you make more money. Now, what you got to understand is that if you master sales and you get really good at sales, you could do it at a high level. That's the only thing that's separating you right now. Right now, you're a salesperson, believe it or not. If you go, for example, to a Drake concert, you love Drake. If you invite all your friends and then your friends invite their friends and then you start promoting it on your social media and then you get your friends to go to the Drake concert and buy the ticket, you literally just sold them to going to a Drake concert. But the thing is, you didn't get paid any commission for it, but you did it for free because you love Drake. So at the end of the day, you need to find a product or a service that you love, that you truly believe in to go ahead and sell. You're right now, the only thing that's separating you from where you are now to the goals that you want to achieve is your fundamental skill level. Your fundamental skill level right now in sales is at a 1. You know how to sell, but you just do it at a very low level compared to Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Mark Cuban. These guys, they do it at a 10 out of 10 level. Now, the second key pillar is taking full responsibility. I want you guys to understand one thing. Everything that has happened to you currently in your life right now is completely and utterly your fault. It's all your fault. No matter if that girlfriend left you, that's your fault. If it's raining outside, it's your fault. If you don't have enough money in the bank, that's your fault. If your friends stop being friends with you, it's your fault. Because at the end of the day, if you start taking full responsibility for your life, that's the moment you actually have all control in your life. Because when you start blaming other external factors, let's say the economy or the presidential election or your girlfriend or your friends or your parents, you start giving them the responsibility, which means they get control over your life. So if you actually want to make $10,000 a month, you got to understand what you have done as up to right now is completely your fault. And if you want to change and get a different result, you're going to have to change who you are as of right now. So understand everything that you have done is completely and utterly your fault. Now, I know it seems pretty easy. Now, how do you actually implement this? Now, the way you implement this is very simple. Analyze your life. Analyze everything that has happened to you. Your girl leaving you, you being poor, anything. And analyze what you could have done better and what you did right and what you did wrong. And once you start actually self-reflecting and self-analyzing, what you're currently doing wrong is the minute that you're actually going to go ahead and change your life. It's very simple, guys. But majority of people, 99% of people that are probably going to watch this video aren't really going to do this exercise. So for the 1% that are actually going serious about making $10,000 a month and are actually serious about their success, go ahead, implement this, self-reflect, and I promise you, once you start taking full responsibility of your life, that's when you're going to have the control. And when you have the control, you can control your destiny. Now, the third pillar is urgency. Now, there's this huge misconception for some reason in society nowadays that everybody has time. Everybody has all the time in the world. And this is a lie that the system has told you, that you have all the time in the world. Because if you believe you have all the time in the world, then you're never really going to have the urge to go out there and actually start taking action and changing your life. Because you believe one day God's going to bless you and you're going to have millions of dollars sitting in the bank account, which is not the case, right? And now I know you guys want to make $10,000 a month. So you got to understand, you got to start moving with urgency. At the end of the day, no matter if you're 20, 21, 22, 30, 40, whatever, however old you are, there are people your age that are doing 10 times more than you, 10 times better than you, and they're fucking the girls that you want to fuck. So at the end of the day, if you want to go ahead and actually start making more money, you need to start implementing urgency into your life, because you do not have time. The fact that you think you have a tomorrow is honestly ungrateful, because God himself is not even guaranteeing you that you're going to wake up tomorrow. So why do you think you have a tomorrow? So at the end of the day, start implementing urgency, start understanding that you do not have time. And there are people your age right now that are living the life that you want, that have the cars that you want, that have the women that you want, that have the cars, the jets, the boats, the places, the penthouses, everything that you want, and you just don't have it yet. And the only thing that's separating you from your future is the urgency. Why wait 40 years when you can have it now? There's this one Drake line that I love, guys. It's called, "Fuck being rich when I'm 40, I'm trying to make it now." And this is very true, because back then, 100 years ago, yeah, that was true, because we didn't have social media, we didn't have technology, we didn't really even have cell phones, to be honest. You would have to like dial, and it would take forever for you to get in contact with somebody. But nowadays, you could literally get in contact with somebody from freaking Bangladesh, and you could call them and you could close them on a deal. So at the end of the day, you have all the opportunity on the tip of your fingers that you can use to make the money that you want. But at the end of the day, God gave you the tools, but it's your job to implement. Now, with that being said, go ahead, take these 3 key pillars, implement them into your life right now, today, and I promise you, you'll start seeing results very, very quickly. Until then, I'll see you guys on the other side.